Hey everyone, back here with another interview on Barassi with Kiara.
Hi.
Tonight we have one of the best men of culture, Diggz to Prophecy.
Yeah, what up, what up, what up? You already know what it is. You already know who it is. It's your boy.
So to start everything off, I've asked everyone else this. What got you into music?
I probably want to say when I was younger, I've always was like a fan of hip hop, like crazy wise. But it wasn't until I heard One Mic by Nas, which, if I remember the year, I think it was 2001 or 2002, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the actual year the song came out, but that's the song that made me want to rap.
Okay.
Like, I always thought about it beforehand, but that's the song that made me be like, I could do this, or I should do this, I should say.
Okay. And I know, like, the West Coast versus the East Coast, especially in the hip hop scene, is vastly different. How was that growing up, getting into that scene and everything?
Honestly, it never was a big problem for me. I was just listening to whatever was on the radio, whatever I could put on the CD, because LimeWire was the shit at the time, so we was burning.
Yeah, you just had to make a virus in your computer.
Yeah, we was burning everything on CD, so I was just listening to everything. I didn't really care about the East, West, South. None of that mattered to me. If the song was tough, the song was tough. That's how I approached it.
Which then leads into, when did you start going more the anime and video games and the nerdcore side of things?
I'm gonna say that's right after I discovered Lupe Fiasco, which was around 2015.
Okay.
And Lupe, I mean, I've heard other people do nerdcore. Like, I've been a big fan of MF Doom, and MF Doom was the first person probably who ever did it. I can't find nobody earlier who did like nerdy or any type of raps earlier to him. But it wasn't until Lupe, around like 2015, when I heard him using Dragon Ball Z bars for Gundam and stuff like that, and I was like, yo, all right. So he made it sound cool. Like, to me earlier, even though I wrote references, I never did full nerdcore songs. It wasn't until Lupe that he made this shit sound cool. It wasn't just like, it just didn't come off as like a corny ass gimmick when he did it.
Okay. Very interesting, actually. Yeah, so I know when we first heard you is when a lot of people first heard you that I know of. The Shonen Cipher, obviously.
Yeah, I already knew where it was coming from.
I remember watching Game Boy Jones's reaction to it, and he had explained that the person that was originally supposed to do that verse dropped out. Rustage was going, oh crap, I need a verse, and you got one into him in like 3 hours.
2 hours or something like that. But
yeah.
The funny thing is, I actually finished the verse early. Like, everybody always asks me this question about, yo, it was only 2 hours. The shit was actually 20 minutes. I just went to get something to eat and then sent the verse when I came back.
All right. Well, I mean, I've seen your skill at writing and being done fairly quickly, like it coming to you really quick firsthand with your Mr. X verse.
Yep.
In the Resident Evil Cipher. I heard you basically just kind of come up with that in a Discord VC.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Has it always been easy for you to come up with verses, or is that kind of a skill that's grown over time?
That takes time. Like, when I first started, I always tell us this, especially to like up and coming artists or people from the younger generation. This was something that like was built from the foundation. I used to be trash. I used to actually be horrible at writing, and I only could freestyle. Like, I couldn't write a song for shit, but if you just turned on the beat and asked me to rap, I could do it. So it was something that I just got used to over time, and the longer you do stuff, it's like a muscle. It's like building a muscle. It becomes second nature. So now writing for me, coming up with bars, coming up with things to say, cohesive lyrics, hooks, all that just comes to me in a snap now. Like, I really just be chilling. Especially if I'm like really inspired, if I heard a good song, if I heard one of my favorite rappers go off, then I'm really just like, all right, yo, something just came to me, boom, let me turn on the mic, whatever the case may be, let me find the beat and do what I do. So yeah, it's really just second nature now. Like,
okay. So that's interesting you say that because most people I talk to, like, I can write songs, I can't freestyle for shit.
Yeah.
Would you say freestyling is harder?
Yeah. And the only reason I'd say it's harder is because you have to know how to think on your feet and not fucking stumble at the same time. Like
Mm.
it's really fast paced. Like writing songs is hard too, but writing songs in my opinion is only hard with how it's critiqued at the end of the day because anybody can write a song. It's up to the fans if the song is good or not. Freestyling, if you can freestyle, nobody can tell you you're a trash freestyler unless you stumble. That's
Oh,
about it.
all right.
That's fair. Because you're making it up all on the spot, so.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's kind of like it's kind of just like it's the same thing with dance. Like, and I guess dance might be different because choreography is a little bit harder because you're staying to a beat, you're staying to a count, and all this other stuff. You got to make sure the moves hit at the right time. But when you see somebody freestyle dance, it's just like you really can't tell him if he's trash or not unless the moves really just don't look good. So
Fair.
it's the
Yeah.
same way with freestyle rap. Unless you really offbeat and you stumble or you not making no sense at all and you just saying any old thing off the top of your head that doesn't even rhyme, then people will be like, all right, yo, you trash. But even if you can slightly freestyle where the bars ain't that great or nothing, but you still on beat, you still got good rhythm and flow, everybody gonna be like, yo, you just did this off the top of your head. You be like, yeah. They gonna applaud it because it's not something that's easily done, especially switching flow and staying on beat while freestyling. It's definitely hard.
Okay.
That's fair.
Very interesting to know. And so that that's some of the music aspects. And so from the anime and more nerdy side, sorry, I had a brain fart there. Like, what would you say, like, what got you into anime? I know some people
Dragon
said
Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Mine
Straight
was a
up
mix of
Dragon
like
Ball.
Dragon Ball and Inuyasha when I was younger, but I fully got in with Naruto. But
Yeah. Nah, it
Sailor
was-
Moon.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Sailor Moon and everything like that on Toonami, but I believe I was 9 years old, and an older cousin of mine had Dragon Ball on VHS. Yes, for the motherfuckers watching this, we old, we old
Yes.
VHS. I might not know about that shit, but yeah, he had it on VHS, and I didn't know what the hell it was at the time. You know how it is. I'm thinking it's just
Yeah.
another cartoon. I'm like,
Right.
oh, I see the animation at the time. I just called the cartoons, and he was the one who broke it down for me. No, this is strictly based in Japan, yada 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 yada. So he was like, yeah, I can lend you the tapes. He lent me like four tapes. I watched all four of them shits that day, and I was hooked. And I came back like, yo, where you get these shit from? And he told me
Yes.
the local video store, the local rental shop had them, and I begged my mother like, yo, ma, I need volume 6, 7, 8. Like, I was hooked. I was hooked from day one.
how many episodes would fit on a VHS? Now I think about it.
I think for the Dragon Ball VHSs, it probably was 4 episodes of tape.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
alright because that's what the
Correctly?
Pokemon was. It was like 4
Yeah.
episodes per
Yeah.
tape.
Yeah, it was like 4 episodes of tape, if I remember right.
I gotta ask, and if you don't want to actually say, you don't have to. How old are you? Just to see the difference.
33. I
Okay,
just
so
turned
you're
33
you're a
in
little
December.
older than us too. Okay,
Yeah.
because I know when you said 2001 for the song, I was like, I was 6.
Not much.
Yeah.
not much.
Okay, it seems a lot of us are all roughly the same age, at least in
I
this
mean,
community.
Some people, yeah.
Yeah,
Some people, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of young ass motherfuckers that's just
True.
touching 20, 21,
Yeah.
etc.
true. And then because you are one of the men of culture, as we've grown to call it now.
God.
What kind of got you into just doing that? Was that kind of always something you did? Was more the saucy and sexual bars and the kind of spicier bars?
Yeah, even before I guess nerdcore and anime rap, whatever the hell people want to call it. Even before that, if you look up most of my older songs, it's no different. It's really no different. The only difference is I'm personifying real women in the case of if she was an anime girl. The old songs was just the same type of lyrics, same nasty ass wild ass lyrics. It was no different.
Once a man of culture, always a man of culture.
Pretty much.
Hey man,
Which
I
leads
was
into
born a
another
man of
one
culture.
that she wants to ask.
Mm-hmm.
What is your type?
Uh, shit. I really don't. I really don't have like a crazy ass preference. If that's what the case. I
It was
really
more
don't
like a
have
joke
like
from
a
Toto,
crazy.
you know? What's your
Yeah,
type?
yeah,
What's
yeah,
your
yeah,
type?
yeah, yeah. I mean, but I mean, I like ass. I don't know what else to tell you.
My best friend.
But, you know, and then leading from that, you know, what would be your top 5 waifus?
Top five wife.
Oh
It
shit.
kind of changes every year, but the main three never really change. It's always been, of course, Yodaruchi.
Mm,
Everybody knows
yeah.
number one. Number two has always been Android 18,
Okay.
and number three has been Michiko from Michigo and Hotchkiss.
Okay.
Okay.
Four through 10 kind of change up because they just add waifus every year. So
Right.
the lineup,
Yeah.
but four would probably be Mirako from My Hero, and
Okay.
five would be Mihoshi from Tenchi.
Okay.
Okay.
And
As
then,
you can see, I love the chocolate waifus. That's me.
fair enough.
That's yes.
And then, you know, leading from that, I'm assuming, you know, some of your favorite animes would be Bleach, One Piece, things like that, or do you have kind of a different list when it comes to
Oh,
like some of your?
it's way off. Like I think I'm the only person I know with a favorite anime that's not like really within the top popular anime. Like most people, when you ask them, it's either One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z,
Hmm.
Attack on Titan, My Hero, Bleach, or something that's generally popular as fuck. My favorite anime is Detective Conan, and while it's a long running show, it's not like it's crazy popular. It's just been around for years.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to go check that out.
It's basically murder and mystery, hella drama. Like motherfuckers damn near dying every episode, and he's so
Yes.
it's hella intelligent and strategic, which is why I like it. I like the way he solves the cases.
Is that one of the reasons you like Doctor, or is it called Doctor Stone?
Yeah, I
Okay.
love Doctor Stone for the
Yeah.
for the intelligence behind the show. Like I love Doctor Stone, and
Okay.
it's funny as shit. Any anime that's funny.
Yes.
If it's funny, I can watch it.
All right. All right. Then you know, and I know I'm kind of delving more into the anime side of things. You know, if you know,
Yeah.
out of your opinion, what? Yeah, I'm assuming just from Twitter and everything, I'm out of the big three, you go with One Piece.
Out of the big three, yeah. Like,
Okay.
One Piece is my favorite out of the old big
The
three, I
old
guess,
big
if
three,
you
yeah.
want to say.
What is the
Yeah.
new one? Is it like My Hero, Black Clover, and
And Demon Slayer.
Demon
I
Slayer,
think it's
yeah.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I had the movie come through today.
The movie was good, but
I know.
all right. And then I'm
Like
gonna be
two
kind of going
times.
back into the music thing. So you know, we recently reacted to your Gara track. You know, because I'm a Gara nut, but
Simp.
Yeah, we know.
I mean, what?
but
It's cool.
my question is it so do you just randomly get inspired to kind of do those kind of songs, kind of like Child Prophecy and that one, where you take your life experience and mix it, or is it based on the character, your mindset? What kind of drives you to make a song kind of like that?
Well, it's basically you got to understand the character and you got to see the similarities in self and with the character, which is why only certain characters I could pull them songs off with. Like I can pull it off if I had to give a list of characters just from Naruto alone that I could probably pull those type of songs off with. Of course, it'll be Naruto, Gaara, probably Kakashi, Rock Lee,
Mm-hmm.
like anybody who has like that sort of rocky origin story to
Mm.
where it's
Yes.
now to something of greatness. Like anything like that, I can do it. Like of course, somebody like Goku, I can also do shit with Gohan. I
Mm.
just start like pick from different aspects of my life,
Mm-hmm.
and if I understand the character, which most anime characters I understand very well, I'll note the similarities and the differences. I'll note like the similar upbringing and be like, "All right, I can make this stick to where even if you don't like anime, you will understand the point of the song."
Okay. And I you know, and I
I
really
do like that.
appreciate that. You know, your goal is to be like, you know, you could just slap the song on without the video and be like, okay, what's this song? You know.
Yeah.
And I've grown to like that from the community as a whole, because it seems a lot more people are doing that.
Hmm.
Um, and then, wow, I am having a really tough night with my memory. Gotta love ADHD.
Yeah.
um,
It is. It is.
So, do you make your own beats, or do you usually lease them out from, or like, what is your? Because I know, like with the Gara one, it's not on Spotify because it had a Drake sample.
Yeah.
So, how do you
No, I
usually go
mean,
about beats?
I've made beats before. I've never rapped on my own beats. That's one of the crazy shit. I haven't made a beat in probably about 4 years, just because I got too much shit going on. Something had to take a dip in productivity for me not to just drive myself crazy. Like
Mm.
I wasn't
That's
gonna be
fair.
able to work. I wasn't gonna be able to work, go to school, try to fucking do AMVs while doing my own songs, doing features and
Mm.
everything all at the same time. I would have drove myself crazy. So I was like, you know what, I'll fall back on beat making.
Okay. And then with that, I know, like for instance, we actually just had a run in on our channel with one of Zach B's songs. It's actually the reason he stopped leasing beats. Has that caused issues with like leasing a beat from anybody?
It definitely had. Honestly, it just if you heard my song today, I just had a problem with the Yamato track. Somebody had to claim, and I had to show them my license and all this other extra shit. I mean, I ain't got no problem with it because I've never had a case where it didn't get disputed because I got all the evidence I need to prove
Mm.
I
Yeah.
can use the. But it's just a hassle that I gotta go through. Like this is the probably the fifth or sixth time I had to do it.
Ugh. Okay. I guess that comes with the leasing and then everything else.
Yeah.
And then on the music, you've worked with a lot of people. You've worked with Rusted, you've worked with Gameboy, you've worked with Shabati, and a few others. Is there any, and I know you're kind of like a go with the flow type of person. Is there really any feature you're like kind of gunning for or hoping comes along in
I
particular?
pretty much Yeah, I pretty much got the two features I wanted out the way. I've always, like when I first got here, I always said I wanted to work with Nim Raps and Zach B,
Hmm.
and both of those was done last year. So from here on out, if people got the talent, I don't give a fuck where you're from, how many subscribers you got. If you dope, I'll work with you.
Okay. I've always wanted a DPS and Diggz rap because I always thought that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, bro, it's up to him. It ain't
Okay.
up to me.
It's fair, fair.
Yeah.
But now, uh, some of the rappers can sing and yada yada. Are you much of a singer at all, or do you stick purely more to rap?
Um, Usually if I do anything that involves like singing, it's usually just like slight melodics and stuff like that, because especially with acid reflux and all that shit really damaged my voice. Like I was
Mm.
able to do it
Yeah.
more back then, but with the reflux and everything like that, it's hard for me to catch a note nowadays
Mm.
because of the mucus that gets stuck in my throat and everything when that. So I don't even try it as much as I used to.
Mm.
Like say pre 2014, 2015, I
Okay.
was
Okay.
able to carry notes better.
Okay. Okay. This has been very, enlightening,
That's
and
cool.
I didn't even know you had that issue. And does that really mess with your rapping much, or?
If anything, it probably makes my rapping sound better because it makes my voice kind of more raspier and everything, and my voice seems to like cut a lot when I rap, which is why people love the little wavy shit I do with my voice sometimes when I do with my ad libs
Mm.
and all that. That's all. That's all. I guess thanks to that, like
Mm.
my voice is raspy as shit from all this. So yeah.
All right. All right. And then, you know, we've asked about the features and things like that. Who is your favorite person to have worked with so far? Like just from beginning to end of the project.
Probably Mirror. I
Mir.
would say definitely Mirror, and because I've actually sat next to Mirror and watched Mirror work, and Mirror is crazy with how he works. It's funny as fuck. It's weird as shit. So it's just a process. Since I know Mirror and I've witnessed it with my own two eyes, I already know how he works,
Mm.
and I could just picture him anytime me and him do a collab. And like I said, it's funny as shit. You had to be there just to see this motherfucker record. You would have been crying.
All right.
That's fair.
And then I know you're pretty good friends with Shara. Do you guys
Hmm.
know each other in person at all, or just friends through the community and online and stuff?
We actually met before this nerdcore community. We was a part of something else
Mm.
that was sort of nerdcore-ish, where it was mostly focused on like video games though, like where most of the producers was using like I guess like Mega Man samples and all that. But
Okay.
there was like anime rapping and all sorts of like Nintendo and PlayStation ciphers and all that. And that's where I actually met Shara. It was like I think it was late 2014 if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you've
And
known Shara for a while.
yeah, and we met. If I'm not mistaken, it had to do with Smash Brothers. She was on a post of a
Yes.
mutual friend of ours. She was on a post talking about, I believe it was Smash Brawl at the time, and she was talking a lot of shit. And I seen it, and I was like, man, look, you probably ass. And what y'all see on Twitter with us going back and forth talking shit, that's exactly how the friendship started. Always did talk shit to each other, and we've been cool ever since.
Oh, that's how the best friendships start.
Right.
Hmm.
So speaking, I on Twitch I see you play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh and Apex. Do you do much gaming? In your in your free time, or is that kind of just like every now and type of thing?
Uh, I actually don't game as much as I used to, and I just think gaming today is like it's hard for me to find a lot of shit I like to fuck with. Like I
Mm.
like a lot of older games more than newer games. Like nothing wrong with the newer games, but most games just look good. They're not really fun. But you'll always see me play shit like Mario Kart, Mario Party, Smash. And especially since I'm a multiplayer type of gamer. I don't
Mm.
really like single player games like that because after you beat them, it's pretty much this shit is done.
Done. Yeah.
So it's hard for me to find games to enjoy that I don't be like, all right, this is trash or this will get boring easy. People will stop playing this within 2 weeks. So I
Mm.
don't even engage in a lot of games.
Okay.
But when I do like something, I'll pick that shit up immediately.
Okay. And then, I don't know if I've ever asked, and I don't know if you really want to say, but, you said you're in school and stuff. What are you going to school for, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I major in management.
Oh, okay. How,
That's
Yeah, so
cool.
what kind of
yeah,
classes does that involve? Obviously business management and those type of things,
business
but,
management. It depends on I guess what section of management you're going for. You might like if you're trying to do anything in accounting, you might take certain classes like statistics
mm,
and other things based on math and all that other stuff. But mine's is like really like organizational leadership
okay.
type of management. So
I
of
had
course
to,
I get like yeah,
yeah,
of course I
I
get
had to
like
take organizational communication for cybersecurity.
yeah,
That's
so
fun.
I take shit like that. I take shit like public relations and everything about like securing your image wise as a manager and learning how to basically correlate in the office and stuff like that. I take mostly like straight to the mind type classes. Not really nothing like you have to jot down a lot of shit.
Okay. And then with that, has any of that helped like with your your career on YouTube? Like managing that at all, or is that are they kind of more separate entities?
I feel
I
like they
mean,
would correlate pretty well.
you could kind of find like certain similarities in it, but everything has its own little niche
Mm.
and different ways of going about doing things. So you can apply some of the shit you learn, but you really gotta with especially with YouTube, it's really a lot of trial and error. Like you gotta try shit, see what works with the algorithm, what doesn't work with the algorithm, see what works with your fan base, what your fan base doesn't like. Like it's really mostly trial and error.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, there's some things that work, like the right tags and all that type of
I
stuff.
hate
Like yeah,
tags.
but
I hate tags so
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
Sitting there going like it got 40 out of one there. I'm just like, why?
yeah, bro.
So if you had to pick like, what is your favorite like anime that you know besides Detective Conan obviously like under the radar kind of like Elfen Lied and those like that kind of under
Mm.
the radar type of thing.
Oh yeah, I love Alpha Live, but if I had to give one, I'm a huge fan of Ram the One Half. I love Ram the One Half. That's my shit.
Okay,
That's a good one.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
it, so
it's
I'm glad
it's
you have.
funny as shit. Funny as shit.
All right, and then I got two more questions here. One is for any like aspiring artists or things like that are watching this, what are your tips for those type of people? From your own
Uh,
experience.
yeah, one definitely. The first thing, if first and foremost, I would tell anybody is you really gotta want to do this. Like it's gonna be days where it's aggravating and frustrating. Like you might not get the right lyrics down, so you might get frustrated and start. Especially if you write like on pen and pad. I know most people don't do that nowadays. It's all with the phone. But just an example, like if you was writing on pen and pad it'll get frustrating to where this song doesn't sound right, this verse doesn't sound right. You throw it away, so you got to start all over again. You might not like how you sound on the beat. You might actually get the lyrics down packed, but when you record it, you don't like the way you record it. You don't like your voice. It's a lot of shit. You could put out the song might be a hit in your mind, but when you drop it, it might flop. Not many people might listen to it. It might not get noticed, especially early on in your career. If you don't have a real dedication for doing this, it will tire you out and make you quit. Like it will frustrate you to the point that you like, all right, bro. This, especially if your only goal in doing this is to make money. That's I always tell people that can't be the only reason you make music because it's not gonna happen immediately.
Yeah.
Very few, very few artists, whether it's singers, rappers, whatever, get immediately noticed. It takes years of hard work. So if you
Yeah.
don't actually love to make music, I think you're in the wrong. I think you're in the wrong line of work because
Mm.
there's gonna be a lot of fucking frustrating days and nights, and fans, especially with everything else that comes with it too. Especially if you like me with the paparazzi and all the popular shit. Like I get it, it comes with the territory, but I really hate the fame that comes with being liked so much. Not that fans are annoying, because I absolutely love my fans. I don't think it's a motherfucker who love their fans more than that. It's just sometimes some of the shit asked, some of the shit said to me, some of the ways people treat me. It's just like, bro, I'm just a regular person. You
Mm.
don't need to act
Yeah.
like I don't like the whole "oh my god, it's Diggz" type thing. Like treat me just like if you bumped into me in the store, like "oh, what's going on, bro?" Like I don't like the like
The
the
pedestal.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the Hollywood type of energy. It's not that it's annoying. It's just I don't. It just puts me in a place that I don't think I deserve. I don't think nobody should be idolized. Period. And like even my favorite rappers, I don't idolize them like that. I idolize their music, not them as a person. Like
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
And so, and I know, for instance, you've told many people, you need to have thick skin. There's another one, because
Yeah.
some people will be rude online.
Yeah.
all the time. You're gonna get random hey, especially if mind you, it could be totally like nonsensible at all. Some people just like to do it just to be assholes. But if you really one of the people who get
Yep.
ticked off quick, it's gonna fuck with you. That's why when people say, "Hey, Diggs, I didn't like the way you sound on here," and I've through the
Whatever.
many years of me doing music, I've learned to just hit them with, "All right, okay."
Uh,
Cool.
hello.
But
That's your
it's
opinion.
Yeah.
yeah, you just gotta be prepared for it. It's a lot that comes with being like even if you don't aren't really out there, you doing music and you gaining traction, it's sort of a spotlight. You if you
Mm.
can't handle the spotlight, it's definitely gonna tear you down. You gotta find your own way to like maneuver within I guess the fucking the genre, the game, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's like
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. And then, the last question that I've decided to start ending these on is, it's 2022. What are your goals for the rest of this year?
Oh, I don't make goals for the
Oh,
year. That's one thing I don't do. I
all
don't
right.
I don't I'm one of them people that if I can't predict the future. Like my name might be the prophecy, but it happens randomly. Yeah, I'm not one of them people who like tomorrow nobody knows. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know any of that shit. So my goals are always for the day. I always
Mm.
try to do what I can do that day. Because
Okay.
I don't especially I'm one of the people that if you set goals and you don't reach them, you just get depressed. So
Fair.
I don't
Yes.
really even be beef for that shit. I just go with the flow, and if whatever happens, whatever milestones I hit along the way, we'll celebrate them then. I'm not worried about. I don't get worried about that stuff right now. Like it's pointless. Like to me, I
Yeah, I
know some
mean,
other people.
I mean that
Yeah, I know
fits everything I've kind of come to expect of you. So,
Yes.
Yeah, like I know for some people it motivates them to work harder. All it's gonna do is make me really just be like, bro, why? It's gonna make me look at it in a different light. Like, all right, if I don't reach this, did I fail? Like, it's gonna make me look at it a certain way. So I don't even. I tend to just approach it not giving a fuck. Like, I'm
yeah,
one of
I've
them
kind
people
of
that
I've
if I
started approaching it as like I have these goals. If I don't hit them, oh well. But I've also started making the goals more things that aren't super specific. Like, hey, be more
yeah,
consistent.
yeah stuff like that. Like I'll do stuff like that. Like if I had to say one thing, just continue to get better with rapping, writing, all that other stuff. But as far as hey, I need to hit a certain amount of subscribers by the end of the year. Oh, I'm trying to get a million view video by the end. I don't give a shit about none of that stuff. If it happens, it happens. Like,
All right.
like
Yes.
if it happens, it happens.
Well, I think that's a perfect way to end the interview with one of the chillest motherfuckers out there. But, but again,
I feel it. I'm the same way.
you know, thank you so much for being willing to do this. You know, you were one of the people that helped convince me to start doing this in general. So it's kind of
I
nice to have
just
you.
joined along.
Fair.
I mean, bruh, hey, you just gotta find ways to just to make it fun. Like, if because it's like when you ask me the question about what I tell artists, you gotta make this fun. You gotta make this fun. Like, it's a lot, especially if you in Nerdcore where people are trying to drop tracks every fucking week, and on top of that, you probably get hit with features to do and all this other shit. You probably got your own life to live and all that. You gotta make this fun to where it's just not draining you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get like when people ask me like how you do like I think the most collabs I've done in 1 week was probably like 15, and people looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, bro, I just like to rap.
Yes.
To me, it's not work. It's not. I don't look at writing a verse, writing a hook, doing the feature, doing the album. I don't look at that as work. It's not work to me at all. I genuinely love what I do. I did this when there was no money coming in at all, and I would have kept doing it whether I got money or not, because at the end of the day, I'm just a natural born artist.
Yeah.
Like, the money wasn't the thing that motivated me to pick up the pen, or nowadays pick up the phone and write in a memo pad. Like,
I mean, it's the same thing. Money isn't what made me want to start doing reactions or streaming on Twitch. It was just, I already play games. I might as well stream. And with the reactions, it was something fun to do with her. So.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, especially with the reaction thing, it's cool that you guys do it together. You know what I mean? It's honestly like a bonding session. Like, I love seeing you guys do reactions, especially when y'all do reactions to my wild ass songs. It just makes me laugh. Because I'm like, I can't wait till they hear this line. All I know they're going to do is be like, Diggz, why the fuck? And I'm like,
I always
hey,
look
man.
forward to a Diggz song. Always.
But yes, again, thank you so much. And, you know, I can't wait to get this out on YouTube. And if you haven't already, because I know some people that watch my stuff don't know about certain people here and there. If you haven't already, go sub to Diggz, listen to some of his music.
Please.
It's great. Whether it's emotional or off the wall, it's great.
Pretty much.
A song of culture.
It's gonna be 8 out of 10 is gonna be off the wall shit, but I do switch it up every now and then to give people a break from quote unquote the horny, I guess. That's what they call it.
Down Breton, as they're now calling it.
Nah, I don't make down bad tracks. That Breton's a whole different animal.
Yes.
Speaking of Breton, he will be next on the list. So,
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
That's going to be a super fun interview.
but again, thank you for joining us. And as I always say to everyone, I hope you have a great. Well, where are you going? I can't end it if you're not in the freaking shot. Where are you going? Oh.
She's made an appearance, and I have to show her up.
Oh, she's made an appearance in every video. There we go. Kitty.
Kitty.
She's very.
Hey, I love.
She's
cats,
upset.
so
I picked her up from a nap.
I'm a cat person, so hey, I love cats.
Oh, there you go. But now that she's made her appearance, I can now say this. I
Yes.
hope all of you have a great rest of your day, week, month, year in life, and overall have a good one. Peace.
Yeah.
Deuces. Deuces.